and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Today we're
Bob.
going to talk about the best home leg knee workout, no weights, and you can also improve your balance at the same time.
Yep, it's 2 for the price of 1 or 3, actually.
I always like that. I like
Yep.
to get a bargain. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. You also want to join us on our social media platforms. You actually got it right this time, Brad.
Oh, yeah.
We got an Instagram. We just started on there. We like the that environment.
Sure. Yep,
I
new
think
platform.
We feel welcome. Facebook, Bob and Brad, you're going to want to join us on there too, because we're going to give away, in a few weeks, we believe in like 2 weeks, we're going to hit a million subscribers, and we're going to be giving away boatloads of stuff then.
Good. Yeah.
So
It'll
all
be
right.
fun.
Brad, you can go to work now.
Okay, so we're talking about strengthening the legs, the muscles around the knees, so the quadriceps, hamstrings. That's the big powerhouse of the leg, and we're going to work that at home. You don't need any weights. Nice to have a little stick to balance with, you're going to see. And depending on if you're real weak, there's an aid we're going to show you with some banding that you can use that can be helpful. It's optional. We're going to show you 5 different exercises, probably 1 or 2 will probably be the ones that'll work for you, so you can look at them and try the ones that work and then zero in that works best for you.
And what I like about these, Brad, is they're all functional.
Right.
These are things that are going to carry over to your everyday life.
Right.
Because
exactly.
there's no use of just sitting there and doing weights like this, and that's nothing that's going to carry through. I like the closed kinetic chain, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
So-
Bob, so the first one. Now, this is for someone if you have sore knees or you're weak from recovering from an injury or whatever it may be, your strength is down, and you don't feel comfortable when you bend your knees like they're going to give out on you. Then you're
Sure.
going to need some assistance because you need to be safe. We don't want people falling. And what I like to do is go to the resistance band for that. You need to attach it to the wall or to the ceiling. We've got it attached to the wall anchor right here. We do have these in our favorite products below the video, but you could attach it in another way if it works for you. And for that squat, we're going to use squats or lunges as our primary mode for strengthening on these. Now with this, the bands are going to help. I'm going to go down like this, and you can see I've got 3 bands on here, and that works good for me. It'll vary depending on how heavy you are and your weakness and whatnot. I'm going to go out like this. I'm going to use a wall for some balance, and I'm going to go down, and the bands are going to assist and pull up. Now, as far as repetitions for all of these, we're going to go, the goal is 10. Once you can do 10 easy, then we're going to go up to 2 sets of 10 and eventually 3 sets of 10. I do want to go over the mechanics so that you don't injure your knee or cause any other problems with your legs. So Bob is going to help me out.
So one of the things we do not want you to do, we don't want the knee to pass this plumb line, just like that.
Right. Now, if I have my feet close to the wall,
It's real easy to do that.
yep, so
So
you do need to get your feet in the right position. And if I'm about a foot and a half from the wall, for me, I can do that. And the next thing is don't go farther than that your femur or your
yeah.
thighs are parallel. So this would be too far. It puts pressure on the knees, particularly
and
the
back,
kneecap.
there's
Yep.
really no reason to do it.
Right.
There just isn't.
There is some controversy with that, but
Right.
we can tell you if you want to be safe to your back and your knees and your joints.
If you want to work out your entire life
Yeah.
and not just work out in your
You're-
20s and 30s,
Precisely.
then you better go ahead and listen to us.
You can also do lunges with this. Now I'm going to step forward, and I'm going to hold the bands right about here, and I'm going to go out to here. Now,
And
again,
the same issue is here. You want to make sure you're not going past the plumb line,
right.
the level plumb line, coming from off the front of the foot. So there you go, perfect. You're coming forward and you're kind of dipping down.
Good point, Bob.
Yeah.
Yep. Once you get so far, I can see my knee is just about to the toe, and then instead of keep going forward, I'm going to go down. And these bands really
They
take
really
us-
help you.
Yep, they
Yeah.
do. And of course, you want to work both legs, same number of repetitions, so you balance off. Otherwise, you.
And they do help with your balance a bit too, don't
Oh
they,
yeah,
Brad?
yep, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a number of benefits from working with these.
Because I use the bands even more on a strengthening manner, but even when I'm doing those, they help me.
Yep.
I mean,
It actually
provide
forces you
those.
to balance it,
Yep.
so
Yep.
things stay where they belong. Okay. Well, Bob, that's... Oh, no, we got 4 more to go.
All right, let's
okay.
go. Let's keep
Let's just
moving.
work squats.
All right.
Bob, we're using you see the Booyah stick we're using?
Booyah.
You can use whatever you have at home, a broomstick or whatever. We use these because they work so well. We're going to use these for maintaining good posture because we're going to do squats. Now, if you have a balance issue, you're going to want to put a chair in front of you.
Again, the idea here is we're trying to teach you the proper way to do things for life. So when you're picking up objects off the floor, picking up heavy objects, you want to make sure your body's in this correct position.
Sure.
So basically, you're going to have 3 points of contact. Contact on the head, mid-back, and low back, and that's where the stick is hitting. If you're only hitting with 1 point of contact and going down, your back is too rounded out, and you're putting your back at stress.
Yep.
At a risk of injury.
So if you need a chair for balance, you're going to have to think about that. If you don't need the chair, and then it's really nice, and this is what I have my patients to do. I'll say you work on your squats with the stick, just like this, and go down to that same distance we talked about. Your heel is going to have to be on the floor. Again,
you're trying not to put the knee past the front of the shoe either. So
right. Oh,
you're coming apart there, Brad.
My tape's coming off. We're going to use that tape in the future here very shortly. So that's number 2. You can do squats. Number 3, we're going to do lunges, where you put all the stress, or not all the stress, a lot of the stress on one leg. And this is where the stick comes in really handy. If you don't
for beginners especially.
Right, for balance. I'm going to come forward, straight forward like you see here, and I'm going to do it on the profile. If your right leg comes forward, it works best if the stick is in the opposite hand. Going to come forward. Again, I'm not going to do this. Come forward here.
And dip down.
Down. Until, if you can make your other knee just barely touch, that's fine. You may not be able to get that far. You can just go whatever's comfortable. Now you can go repeated lunges like this, or you can do 10 of them here. And you might want to alternate legs. You know, that's your option. That's one of those things you'll find what works best for you.
Eventually, you can maybe do them without the stick.
Right.
I mean, that's what you're hoping to do.
Exactly.
And maybe even eventually do them with added weights.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're saying no weights on this, so that
was
sorry.
I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah.
The other way to do this, and from a functional therapist standpoint, this is something you do more commonly, is do a lunge going backwards, okay? Like this. And then you can do the same thing, repeat
tell the
it.
reasoning behind that, Brad.
Good. And the reason is typically when people, if they drop something on the ground, you step backwards to pick it up. You usually don't step forward because you're over the top of the object. So it's functional. It gets into real life.
Tying into everyday life.
There you go. All right. Now what, Bob?
Now the stool.
Good. Just testing you.
Yeah. I'm staying, keeping track.
Now we're going to do what we call step-ups. We're going to be like this. Use a stick in the other hand, and you can do this on stairs. You can do it on a stool. This is about 8 inches high. You may start 4 inches if you're not strong enough yet. But one thing you want to do is good posture upstairs on your shoulders and go up and down. Okay, now let's look at the mechanics of the knee, because this is something, we got this white tape on here so you can see this easier. Now, what I want to do is keep the knee in line with the toe and the hip.
So in other words, this whole tape should stay as straight as possible.
Yep.
You don't want the knee to bend out this way in the form of concavity that way or this way.
Oftentimes, it's real common to see this.
Right.
It goes in, and that stresses the knee. It puts all the mechanics of the leg where it shouldn't be.
Especially in girls or women, and that really puts you at a higher risk for injury.
Yep, ACL in particular. Yep. So we want to concentrate that knee is in line, so good mechanics. So when you do this is what I have my patients do. A good way to compensate to do it incorrectly is like this.
Sure.
It's much easier, but if you keep straight up and down, and then watch my foot, Liz, I'm going to pull my toes up, and I'm going to push straight up, and I'm just going to touch my heel. Oh, I can hardly get there. When you do it that way, it makes it much more difficult, and that would be the advanced method versus pushing up with your toe. And you can start out that way if you want, but eventually try to do a set of 10 like this, keeping those mechanics that we talked about.
Yeah, it's hard to not put the knee over the foot and to keep it on the sides. It's harder than you think it is.
When you look at the details, it makes a big difference. And now we're getting to the ultra advanced, Bob, number 5.
Okay. The one-legged squats.
Oh, yeah. Now, this one, most people, unless you're really athletic and strong, are going to need a stick for balance. Okay. You take one foot back here on the stool. The higher the stool, the more difficult it is. I do mine at about this height at home. I do these 3 days a week. And you simply follow the same rules and go down until you feel comfortable. Not
Keeping the legs straight.
Yep.
I mean, this way.
Right.
So it lines up again.
Yep. And
so do you use the Booyah stick? when
I
you're doing it?
I do, Bob, because I do 3 sets of 10, and that third set, I really need the stick.
Sure.
You know, if I was young and a stud muffin, I'd probably do this 3 sets of 10, like I see at the Y.
But you can start off that way, and then
Wow.
as you fatigue, you could
Yep.
have the stick go down here. And
There you
can
go.
Finish off. So.
And honestly, if you're advanced, you could do that with all of them. Have the stick
Sure.
up and do the lunges with it up, and that makes the balance more challenging, more strength required. Oh, I'm getting tired, Bob.
And what's nice is if you have a zombie attacked while you're working out, you
Ooh,
can just take the stick
yeah.
to him. Brad knows all the moves for that. So
There we
he's gonna
go.
watch him. He's gonna whack me one of these times. I know he
No,
is.
Bob, I've got good control. Don't worry, Bob. Don't worry.
All right. Thanks for watching.